Hey, how you guys doing? So we are at the start of season 2 of Love Live Superstar. So of course, the first question people ask is, how do you watch it? So the main official source to watch this will be the NHKE, which is a Japanese TV channel, I think, and they have rights to air it first. So that means if you want to watch it as soon as it comes out, you have to have that, whether you have access to Japanese cable or something, or you have it through online services. Of course, you probably have to pay for it, but that's the earliest source you can get it legally. Beyond that, if you want to get through other sources, you have to wait. I think you have to wait like 2 days. This is the same deal as season 1. So if you want to watch it, I think it'll be Crunchyroll that would have it 2 days later. So Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone. That's when you have to wait to get the subs. Otherwise, if you want to get earlier, you probably have to do it through less legal sources, let's say. I would probably recommend, if you're interested in that, torrenting, because I don't know if other sites will get access to it, but if you really want to, you could probably get it through the nyaa.si. That's a good source to do it, and figure out how to download torrents. Cubit torrents is probably a good one to do. So that is the other way I would try to tell you to do. But otherwise, if you want to wait, you could always wait for Crunchyroll to add it a few days behind. But again, that's because of exclusivity contracts. Nothing you can do about it, but that's just how they do it. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Beyond that, well, I'm definitely really excited to be able to talk about Season 2. We got these new girls coming in, and I just look forward to seeing these girls and seeing what they do, what new songs comes in, and how these girls will interact with new girls coming in. So this is definitely really exciting. The sub is by Team Onibe, if you're curious. And of course, I will have a poll. Go click the link in the description below, and you could rank these girls after this episode. Just like many other polls, I have demographics. That's the first section, not mandatory, but you can put it in there. And then rank the girls 1 through 9, because now we have 9 girls instead of the 5 from before. So one girl has to get one specific rating, and once you're done, you can hit submit and send it. Again, link in the description below. But with that away, let's go actually start the review for this. So we start with a recap. I'm just going to pass that, and we go straight to Kanon. She's furiously eating and getting ready to head to school. While she walks across, she sees the winner for the last Love Live, and she's a little depressed about that, but oh well. We have Kinoko, who's walking across, and she is complaining how hot it can get in Tokyo, which it can get really hot, but she's also lost, and she is trying to figure out how to get to her apartment. So that's definitely not great, but Tokyo can be a pretty big city, and I guess it's possible to get lost. And well, that's it. Before they actually start, the opening theme for season 2 is when we call We Will. So I guess without further ado, let's just jump into the opening. So that was the opening theme for season 2, and of course this scene can only make me think of one thing. What is that thing? Well, first and foremost, they are running up the stairs to go to where they practice, and of course that reminds me of the second opening theme for Muse and Love Live School Project, and that is Dona Tokimazuto. Such a great song. I'm pretty sure that's what the reference is for, but it's nice to be able to see all these girls performing, and I don't know, it's an alright song. Opening themes and ending things usually are pretty dang solid songs. This didn't feel that amazing to me. I know I literally just heard it for the first time, but I don't know. The one thing that I don't know why I'm so fixated on this is that the colorings of the outfits, they got the pinks and they got the blues, but I'm trying to figure out what the correlation is, and I can't find it. It's not like I thought maybe first years and second years, one gets pink, one gets blue, but no. And like, I think Kanon's fine with pink, and Chisato's pink, that's her color, but why is Shiki pink when her color's lily blue? Why is Mei blue? Wouldn't it be better if she was pink? I don't know, whatever. I just found it weird. So let's go jump back into the anime, and we see the girls in Liela are practicing, and they are also really excited to see that they got a lot more followers. Dang, that's way more followers than I have. It's kind of depressing. But good for Layla, they're doing better stuff than I do. So we see that there was an interview for Sunny Passion, and one of the questions they asked is, the strongest opponents we countered? Well, why did I have to ask the question? It's literally second place, Layla. I don't know. Kind of silly question, if you ask me. But, you know, these girls are definitely motivated to try and continue and win later. And see Kineko, she's lost, she's trying to travel, she finds a shrine, but again, she is currently lost and can't figure out where she needs to go. Meanwhile, Sumina and Kuku are discussing something that we needed the answer to, and I was like, is Kuku gonna have to go? And she answered no, because they did well and got recognized by Sunny Passion, but she wants to keep this under the rugs and not let her people be worried about her potentially going back to Shanghai. And then she threatened Sumina, don't tell other people, I'm going to cut out every single one of your twirls, which isn't that just 2? I don't know. So Kineko ends up arriving at school, and she realizes this is actually the school, and she sees Mei on the side freaking out about the idols and saying that, you know, Leo's practicing on the rooftops. I also kind of find it in that interaction kind of funny. She's like, Kissy, and then suddenly she's like in a deep voice and being really mad. But that reveals that Leo's practicing on the rooftop, and so Kineko's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead there. But the fact that she kind of got lost and just recently and couldn't figure out where the heck to go, but then when she enters the school, she just magically knows where to head to the rooftop. I guess you just go up the stairs, but like, she was just lost, and suddenly, oh, I magically know how to go through the school, like I've been here and I'm a veteran. I don't know why I'm focused on this. Anyways, she goes in there and then she falls through the door, and these girls see that there's this freshman here, and they're really excited. I'm like, whoa, you want to join Layla, right? And she's like, I don't know about that. But these girls are basically like, oh my god, we got a new recruit, and this is our new baby, and like, I'm such a proud mother and such, and they're all tearing up. But Kineko's like, no, I'm just lost and stuff. So these girls realize that this is her first time in Tokyo, so she needs some assistance to figure out where her apartment is. So Kanon volunteers to help out. So she says that she is from the middle of nowhere, Hokkaido. Where is Hokkaido? Well, basically it's that tall island on the top, but you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I know crap about Japan. So I would refer you to another person, Broad in Japan, which is Chris Broad. He does a lot of videos about Japan, and I remember watching this one. So basically Hokkaido, very snowy area. That's the basic gist you need to understand here. But like, it's very close to Russia, so think Russia basically, except Japan, and a lot of snow and blizzards and snows everywhere. It's not great in the winter time. So that's the basic gist you gotta understand. But if you do want to watch it, I'll give you a link in the description to watch it. He does a much better job than I will ever do when I ever explain things about Japan. So that's what she goes and explains, and of course she introduces herself to Kanon, and her idea is she wants to get away from her and experience the city life and probably, you know, not snow. Which I agree, that's a great idea. And she goes and says she's nice to meet her senpai, and Kanon is like, oh my goodness, senpai? Which means like upperclassman or someone that's your superior. And if she is really giddy about that, although like you're an upperclassman at middle school, it's not the first time thing ever, but she's really happy, and she brings her to her house with, you know, her coffee shop. And then she looks at this mug and she's like, wow, I know this is good because I can detect the calories in here. And then she does the same face that, you know, Kuka does, because it's great hot chocolate. But and then discuss about the thing that Kana was really excited to tell her about, and that is school idols. And she's like, what is school idols? So basically she goes and figures out and saw the Starlight Prologue, and she seems to be really intrigued by that performance. And then the girls go discuss from Layla, do we want more members? And with these freshmen, and they're like, yeah, we kind of do, but you know, they don't have to. But they're definitely going to see if they can get more girls to join. While Kineko, she is looking at her old self, so we get to see her old yearbook, maybe elementary, middle school, whatever. But she's definitely a little more chubby, so she might feel like she might not be the greatest fit. So we have Kuku, who's very excited, made a big entrance to try to get a bunch of people to join. But one thing they definitely do notice is a bunch of these girls who are very excited to see the girls from Layla, who are really popular, and they want them to sign stuff. Meanwhile, we get introduced to Natsumi, and looks like she's trying to be that very cutesy YouTuber kind of person or whatever, TikTok kind of deal. I guess they're going to call it L-tube, sure. And I don't know, she definitely seems to have two kind of sides. One that gets really annoyed, but she hands Kinoko a card where it says she's the president CEO, I guess, of whatever her made-up company is. Then we get a look at a classroom where Mei gets to sit next to Shiki, and they're saying, oh, this is like middle school all over again. And then we see Mei, who goes outside and looks at the poster where Kinoko's like, oh, I know these girls. And he's like, wait, you got invited to be a school idol? So this goes over the fact that no one is trying to become a school idol. And Kano's like, why is this happening? And then Kuku's like, of course it's Sumina's fault. So Kuku tries to take matter in her own hands and kind of like almost threaten people to join, but that doesn't work. And the thing they're discussing why they didn't want it is because they feel like these girls can't stand to the precedent that they set beforehand that, Leela almost won Love Live, therefore they're so good, and if I join, I'm going to just drag them down, and I'm going to suck. And they feel like intimidated, and that they can't meet that standard, therefore I just don't want anybody joining. So we see that Kinoko ends up kind of taking that pretty hard, realizing, maybe I'm not good enough for this. And she's pretty depressed about that. Then Kano goes to her sister and asks him, what did you do? And she said she saw one of her performances and that really inspired her. So while Kano's working out, she found Kinoko, who's looking at an old video, Starlight Prologue performance, and Kano's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you to come and watch our performance, and that potentially will inspire her. So Kinoko goes and looks at this poster saying, looks like Leila's going to perform, but she feels uncertain, and Natsumi's like, what's the long phase? And she's like, CEO, which I guess because of the card, so she thinks her name's CEO, which I guess she doesn't know what CEO means. But I guess her name's CEO, but she basically tells her that, give it a shot, and I think that is a good message. Give it a shot because you miss 100% of shots you don't take. And she feels like that might help her, but then she gets like, let me put on this leg brace and then do a kind of like three-legged race almost and force her to run all the way up. And I guess the momentum carried up another flight of stairs, which I don't know about that much momentum. But anyway, she gets pushed all the way up and to get to see the performance. So Leela is going to perform just for her. So yes, that means we got our song to get to. So without further ado, let's go and get a preview of the next song. So one thing that I really appreciate about this MV is that effort that they put into the sets that are going around. There's just a lot. It looks pretty, cutesy. And I also kind of found it funny that, Kinoko shows up for like a brief second flying through in this MV. But overall, it's an alright song. Nothing that makes me go crazy and then go in love with it. But overall, not too shabby. But I guess this makes Kinoko lose her mind. What the heck is this? Very interesting moment there, but we get to see that Mei got to see the performance, and as well as Shiki. So I guess these girls are definitely really hyped up. But basically, she officially hands out the invitation for Kinoko to join. So we get a short preview of what the next episode is, but it looks like Kinoko is a part of Leela, but it looks like she's going to be struggling. I guess kind of like, how Hanama and Ruby, when they first joined, they really struggled to be members. And, I don't think she's the most athletically amazing. But past that, we have one last day to show. Of course, this is Leela and Uta, which makes a song to Leela. This happens at the end of every episode if you're watching the NH Key version of the broadcast. And they do this for every episode. I think there's going to be maybe 7 songs. I think that's what I counted for last season when they did this. They had 7 songs, but they will often have one song, but they have a different version. And it's going to be usually solo songs. So this might be... This one's currently sung by Kano, but there might be a second version sung by Kinoko. That's at least my prediction. And so we'll potentially a lot of these songs, and it's going to be animated in this kind of art style. So I definitely will look forward to seeing more of these, but without further ado, let's just get into the song. So that was the first Leo no Uta of the season, and you know, they're usually nothing that makes people go crazy in terms of the songs. You know, this is the kind of style, it's not for everyone, but I thought it was kind of nice to see Kinako get interacting with Kanon here. So I thought that was pretty cutesy, but for a song, I think it's fine. Nothing that really amazed me. So yeah, none of these songs really were like, wow, amazing to me, kind of like a lot of other songs. But that was the first episode, and you know, I am liking Kinako more than I got when I initially saw. I already been pretty convinced about Mei initially when I saw her. But you know, Kinako's kind of nice, and it's kind of had some funny moments in there. So you know, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more on it. And now I guess Leo is currently at 6 members, and we have to see how the rest of the girls join the group here. And we had 3 songs in this episode, which was pretty cool to have. More the better. Surprised that the opening was just bam right there in front, ready to go so quickly. But I mean, it is the second season, so yeah. But in terms of songs, me personally, nothing that really wowed me. So I'm a little disappointed in that matter. But you know, there's definitely a lot more songs coming, so that's not the end of the world. The opening themes usually are songs that I really enjoy, but man, I just like the first opening for Leo a lot more than the second one. Star True Dreams, and this one it's good, but it was not really as great as compared to all the other openings. So I feel like this is my least favorite opening out of all the openings so far. Yeah. Again, I just only listened to it the first time, so you know, this could age poorly, and my opinions usually right after I first listened to it usually age like milk. So this could too, but I don't know. It was alright. And the other 2 songs, they're alright, but nothing that really wowed me. So you know, we have plenty more time for more episodes, more songs to come out, and my opinions should definitely change over time. So definitely we'll listen to these more and more. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of the episodes, and it's kind of interesting to see a group grow from more. Yeah, we already had that with Ichigaku, but that was from 9/10 to 12/13. But we're going from 5 to 9, which is almost like doubling the numbers. So definitely look forward to seeing how these girls will slowly join. We already got some kind of basic ideas how it might happen. Mei's already interested, but she's kind of getting that little Tsunade vibe. But we already got Kinako in really fast, literally 1 episode in, so I don't know if they're going to make it very rapid for their recruitment process or not. It might be the case, it might not be the case. So definitely curious to see how those happen and what songs these girls have. And I'm curious if there is going to be more focus on songs for these new girls, especially because, you know, they joined later, so they had less exposure. So it'd be nice to see a little bit more focus on those girls. I don't know if they're going to do like special songs just of the new girls or whatever. There might be like they have the first years and they perform a song just for something special. I don't know. Those are some ideas I'm shooting out. Or maybe they'll do some soul songs. I don't know. Probably not. That's usually doesn't happen. That's more of Nichigaku's thing, so I don't think that would happen. But I would like to see a lot of focus on those girls because those are the new girls. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And what are your opinions on these new girls? We got to see a little bit of each girl. And, you know, who are you liking the most so far? And, of course, please let me know in the comments below. But also, click the link in the description to vote in that poll to see which girl you seem to be liking more at the moment. And we'll see the evolution over time to see what we think is the best girl overall. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments below. And what do you hope for in an upcoming episodes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.